Eeyore's walking through. There he is.
Hey Eeyore, how are you?
Doing all right.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching. Thank you for joining us. We are outside of the Crystal Palace here in Walt Disney World at the Magic Kingdom, and we are going to be going through a bunch of the character dining experiences, some of the most popular character dining experiences in this video. And we're going to be rating them against each other to let you guys know which ones we find to be the best, and then counting down to the worst. None of them are actually really bad, so really just a countdown of which ones we like the best. But anyway, the first one here is going to be the Crystal Palace, where you can meet the Winnie the Pooh characters, and it is a buffet style meal. So we're going to head on in now and so you guys know how it is. We just got to our table here, and they do have beer and hard cider, wine, and specialty cocktails here. There was a time where it was really hard to find alcohol in the Magic Kingdom, and that is becoming easier and easier as table service locations start serving it. Hey, Piglet, how are you? So the buffet here, oh, Eeyore's walking through.
There he is.
Hey Eeyore, how are you?
Doing all right.
So the buffet is actually the same, it mirrors itself. So it is the same thing regardless of which side you go to. Hey, how are you? And you get your plates over here. And then here is our kid station. So today they have chicken fingers, mac and cheese, beef taco or beef quesadillas, and pizza. The kids have so far really been enjoying this. There's really nothing that they did not like so far. And then over here they have a salad bar with all kinds of salad fixings and everything you could possibly think you'd want to put on your salad. Down around over here they've got peel and eat shrimp and some, what that is, and some cheeses and sort of meats here. And then over here we've got the hot buffet. So here we have all kinds of country fried chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, cheesy broccoli casserole, glazed rainbow carrots, basmati rice. Looks like they've got some kind of shrimp here, different like curries you can put on, vegetable masala, oven roasted chicken, Italian sausage, and then Walt's favorite beef chili, which is one of my favorite chilies I've ever had. And then over here on the dessert station, they have apple cobbler, fresh baked cookies. You can go ahead. Soft serve ice cream, and then an assortment of different little desserts here. We've got French silk cupcake, butterscotch pudding. Whoa, look at that butterscotch pudding up there. A s'mores tart, and strawberry shortcake and blueberry dome. So a lot of really good options here. I'm gonna get some more food from the adult stations here and tell you guys how it is. Hey, there's my buddy Eeyore. Say cheese. All right. Just wrapped up lunch at the Crystal Palace. So let's talk a little bit about the two main factors that we're going to be looking at here. One is going to be the food quality, and two is going to be the character interactions. Out of 5 stars, I am going to give the food a 3.5 to 4. I'm going to give it a 4. I think it's a fair assessment. Everything was delicious. Nothing stood out as being bad. It is buffet styles food, so you're not going to get 5-star dining at these character dining experiences. So I would say for what it is a 4-star food experience. As far as character interactions, I'm going to say it was more of a 2. The characters are very quick to come around. It took a while to see each character. We actually got to the point where our waiter had asked us, he was like, "Are you guys still waiting on anyone?" And we were like, "Yeah, we haven't seen Pooh or Tigger yet." But it still was only about an hour we were in there total. So it really wasn't that bad, but the characters come around very quickly. They sign the book, they take the picture, they move on. There's no outside the box stuff there. The only real outside the box interaction we had was Eeyore came up to me while I was getting some shots of the buffet and put his arm around me. So this is the first restaurant in our tour. So it's kind of at the top of the list right now. But now let's head over to Cape May Cafe at the Beach Club. We have arrived over at the Beach Club Resort to go to Cape May Cafe for breakfast. So Cape May Cafe actually offers breakfast and dinner. For breakfast, they have a wide array of options, basically anything you could possibly imagine. And then their dinner time offering is a seafood buffet. It is all you care to enjoy. From a character perspective, you are going to get to dine with Minnie, Daisy, Donald, and Goofy in their beach attire. This is by far one of our favorite character meet and greet dining experiences, so let's head on in and enjoy some breakfast. The buffet at Cape May Cafe never disappoints. They have a wide variety of options, ranging anywhere from scrambled eggs, yogurt parfaits, bacon, sausage, fresh fruit, a station for the kids, a crepe station. They also have a make your own breakfast taco area. But what's really most important to take into consideration here is that both sides of the buffet are not the same. So make sure if you're going to Cape May Cafe, you make your way all the way around the buffet they have there so you can make sure you're maximizing all of your food choices while eating there. Did I mention they also have an omelet station as well? Nice! I like your outfit, Goof. How are the waves today, Goof? Nice! Donald's number one! Donald's number one! Yeah, there he is. I told you, Nick, see? There's Donald's signature. Donald Duck number one.
Okay.
Oh, how's the beach today? Esther, the beach is good, right? Nice. A little chilly out, right?
Showing you Mickey on.
Just wrapped up our breakfast over at Cape May Cafe. It is important to note that the character interactions are only here for breakfast. They do not have characters for dinner. So if you're planning your trip, Cape May Cafe is only character dining for breakfast. Let's talk a little bit about the food. So the food here, it is a breakfast buffet. Again, weighing it all on a breakfast buffet scale, I would give this a 5 out of 5 as far as the food choices go. They have a little bit of something for everybody. Everything is delicious. They even have an omelet station here, which is a little bit different than some of the other restaurants we're gonna be at. And then now from a character experience, it is unique because they are all in beach gear. So if you want something a little bit different than what you're gonna get from some of the other meet and greet opportunities, this is a great one. We had some fun interactions with the characters. Goofy was psyching Nick out with the high fives. Minnie was telling us about how it was chilly out today. So it was a really good interaction. I'm gonna say it's a 4 out of 5 from an interaction with characters as well. They do a little dance party when the beach song kicks on. So it is a fun interaction for the kids. And overall, it was a good time. So now let's head over to Hollywood Studios and hit up Hollywood and Vine. And we have made it over to Hollywood Studios, to Hollywood and Vine, which is going to be a Christmas-themed event here. We are coming, the Fab Five are going to be dressed in their Christmas gear. It is seasonal, so during the Halloween season, they're dressed in Halloween costumes. They also do a Disney Junior event here as well. And this is always going to be character dining. So this is buffet style food as well. So let's head on in, see how the food is. The last time we ate here back in 2018-ish, the food was not the best. So we're hoping for an improvement in the quality, but let's head on in and check it out. So the food options here, they have a salad bar here. They also have some fresh fruit and cold salads, all you can eat peel and shrimp. They've got a bunch of hot entrees here, mashed potatoes, roasted potatoes, salmon, oven-roasted chicken, Brussels sprouts. And then as we head down here, roasted farro risotto. I was not a fan of that. Those mashed potatoes that I just passed were really good. Some vegetables. This beef stew is very good. The rice was okay, you know, it's your typical rice. That mac and cheese was excellent. They have oven roasted seasonal vegetables, which in this case looks like sweet potatoes, and then this pork was not a fan of. They've also got some meatballs with barbecue sauce and pineapple, and then they have a carving station here with herb roasted tenderloin. You've got your kids section here, which basically has your chicken nuggets, tater tots. Over here on this side is the dessert station. And they've got creme brulee cheesecake, peanut butter, and jelly tart, and candy magic bars. They also have an ice cream station as well. And what do we got here? A Mississippi mud pie. Look at that. Ooh. And then last but not least, a seasonal bread pudding. And that looks like some kind of a cherry compote type of deal. That looks delicious, though. We love your dress.
Very pretty.
Christmas goofy, I love it.
We're gonna have Goofy try this one for Kate.
There he is.
Caught me off guard, Mickey.
Mickey, we were at Cape May Cafe this morning, and Minnie told us you were golfing.
For your birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Pluto, nice ears. You got some antlers. They also have a nice little photo op here in the front. They used to do a picture of Goofy here, and now you can just get your picture taken by a cast member when you walk in.
So now let's talk about the experience. So first off, let's talk about the food. We ate here in 2018 and we were not a fan at all. The food was mediocre at best. I found they've really stepped up their game. Everything was really good for the most part. There were a couple things that lacked a little bit of flavor. The beef stew stood out to me as one of the fan favorites in my mind. The mashed potatoes were phenomenal. The bacon shrimp mac and cheese was also a big hit for me. Salads are always good at salad. Some of the misses was that risotto I was not a fan of at all. Court did not like the pork either, but it's all a matter of taste. I would say 4.5 out of 5 as far as the food goes for a dinner buffet with a character meat. It was one of the better food options we've had so far. And then the character interactions. You are seeing seasonal outfits that you're not gonna see anywhere else. So Goofy dressed as Santa Claus, Mickey in his nice dapper outfit, Minnie in her Christmas dress, and Pluto dressed up like a reindeer. You're not gonna see that anywhere else. So take advantage of it. If you can, get a reservation during the holidays. Like I said, during October time frame, they do Halloween costumes as well. So definitely, I would say from a character interaction standpoint, it is a 5. With that being said, that's gonna wrap up our review here from Hollywood and Vine. Let's head over to Animal Kingdom now and check out lunch at Tusker House.
Tusker House is a buffet-style restaurant in Animal Kingdom in Africa. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and all of the characters are dressed up in their best safari outfits. From a food perspective, I found this food to be some of the best of all of the dining buffets that we went to in this most recent trip. However, if you're going there with picky eaters or kids that just are dying just to have popcorn chicken, this is not the place for you. We found it very challenging to find food for both Nick and Kaylee to really enjoy there, and for the $200 price tag for the 4 of us to eat there, it was a struggle to get them to put enough food in their mouths to make it worth the money. For a food perspective, I am going to give Tusker House a 2-star for that very reason. As for character interactions, because Tusker House is as large as it is, the characters do not have the ability to spend as much time with you as you would think. Therefore, Tusker House is going to get a 3 for character interactions. They do a fun little conga line throughout, but it doesn't make up for the fact that you don't get that much time with the characters. Now let's head over to the last stop, and that is Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary Resort.
We have now arrived at the Contemporary Resort for the last of our character dining Throwdown restaurants. This is going to be at Chef Mickey's, which is one of the more iconic of the character dining experiences you can do in Walt Disney World. So let's head on in. I'm actually in a little bit of a waiting area right here now. Let's head on in and check out the food.
I think it's also important to note that they got rid of the photo op that they used to have here in the front. That blue wall right there used to have a Mickey statue that your family would get a photo at when you came in, and now they have this as additional dining.
Chef Mickey's is one of the most iconic of the character meet and greet dining options that you can do in Walt Disney World. It is in the Contemporary Resort, and as you're sitting and dining, the monorail will go right through the restaurant. The kids all love it. All the characters are dressed in their chef costumes. At the time of filming this, they were still doing the family-style breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and had not returned yet to full buffet. By the time you see this video, they would have returned to full buffet, and you will hear the feedback from me in regards to what my thoughts were on the table service, family style versus buffet in my wrap up at the end here. As you can see, the characters all did a pretty good job of coming around. They had a big wide open space for them to do their dancing in. The kids always love Chef Mickey's. I did find that this time around, the characters were pretty quick to come by, but they came by frequently, and you'll hear a little bit more about that in my outro as well.
Well, that's going to do it from Chef Mickey's. So let's talk a little bit about the experience. So from a food perspective, they are still not back to a regular buffet like we've experienced at all of the other tables or all of the other character dining experiences that we've done so far. They are still doing the family style. So they bring you a giant table full of food. Pros and cons to that is, if you don't like something, they're still bringing it to you anyway. You can always order more of what you liked, but I did experience that our server really only came back to our table one time throughout the experience. So if we had time to order additional food that we wanted, it would have just probably doubled the amount of time that we had to spend here. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna pay the price to come to a character dining experience for breakfast, you may wanna try another one of the experiences where you can kind of meet similar characters that have a buffet. From a character perspective, so today we got to meet Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and Pluto, and Minnie. Daisy used to be here as well. She is not here today. I'm not sure if that's a normal thing or if maybe it's just a temporary thing. But the characters came by quickly, but they came by frequently. So we were able to meet almost every character twice in our experience here today. So the characters did come by frequently. They came by, they did their quick picture, quick sign the books, and moved on. But we were able to see them frequently. They also came by and did a dance party throughout. So now for a score. From a food perspective, I am gonna give Chef Mickey's a 3 out of 5. I think we're at the point now where I think they need to get back to the buffet style to keep up with all the rest of the other resorts that are doing this, all the other restaurants that are doing this, I should say. The food was not a higher quality food because it wasn't a buffet style. It's still buffet food, they're just bringing it to your table. From a character interaction standpoint, I'm also going to give this a 3 as well. Even though the characters did come by quickly and frequently, there was no special touches to it. I don't know. It was just kind of your standard character meet and greets. I didn't get any of the warm feels from this one like we had from some of the other ones that we've done over this trip. So with that being said, let's get back to the Fun Parent Studio, tally up the scores, and let you guys know what our final thoughts are on how we rank these restaurants. We are home. It has been months since we filmed this footage, so let's see how these 5 restaurants fared with the throwdown of character dining experiences at Walt Disney World in our most recent trip. So coming in at number 5 on this list, and I know this is gonna probably be something that a lot of you disagree with, but unfortunately this was our most recent experience and this is how we felt about it, was Tusker House. Tusker House had amazing food for adults. I loved it, Court loved it. The kids, however, a completely different story. It was very difficult to find food that both of the kids would eat. And it was also a challenge to get to and from the buffet just because of the sheer size of the restaurant. With that being said, the size of the restaurant also impacts the character interactions. They do the cool little conga line throughout, but it just wasn't enough to keep the kids engaged long enough to make it worth the money. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the Crystal Palace. Again, it is a Disney buffet, so the food is not expected to be phenomenal. I do know the food menu has improved dramatically from where it was a few years ago, but we did find that the food was mediocre. It was tasty, but it wasn't anything to write home about. From a character interaction standpoint, when the characters did make their way over to us, they had fun with the kids, but we did have to wait about 20 minutes of just sitting there after we were done eating to finally meet the last couple characters because they just never made their way around to our table. Moving on to number 3, we are going with Chef Mickey's. Now, I am going to put an asterisk next to this one. Chef Mickey's is an iconic sit-down buffet at Walt Disney World for you to have your kids meet characters. It's in the contemporary resort. Monorails are going by. I would say if there's one restaurant on this list that you should absolutely make sure, if you're only going to go to Disney World once you try, it is going to be Chef Mickey's. The reason it does not rank higher on our list is that when the time of filming, they were still doing their family style dining. And frankly, I did not enjoy the family style. I like the idea of being able to go get what I want to eat, as much of it as I want to eat, and not have to worry about having a table full of food that either the kids didn't like or we didn't like. So because of that, it's coming in at number 3 on this particular list. But I still would make Chef Mickey's a priority if you are planning on going to Disney World and you're only going to do a couple of dining experiences with characters. This is one of them that I would recommend doing. Number 2 on this most recent list, as the Throwdown goes, is going to be Hollywood and Vine. Now, the reason that I put Hollywood and Vine so high up on this list is because they have such unique outfits. You're never going to find the outfits to be boring at Hollywood and Vine. We were there during the holiday season, so we got to see them in all their Christmas gear. If you go during Halloween time, they're going to be dressed in their Halloween outfits. And then they also do unique character interactions with like the Disney Junior characters as well when it's not a holiday season. So from a perspective of an in-the-park restaurant that has pretty decent food, to be honest with you, and good character interactions, Hollywood and Vine takes the number 2 spot from the fun parent. And last but not least, I like to call this one the diamond in the rough. It is the hidden gem of Walt Disney World when it comes to character dining, and that is going to be Cape May Cafe. Now, I will remind you once again, the character dining is only available during breakfast, but it is at the Beach Club Resort. So guess what? If you've got an Epcot day or you've got a Hollywood Studio day, make this a priority. The breakfast there is phenomenal. They've got a ton of options. It's a huge buffet with both sides having different food options. They've got a huge buffet set up for the kids as well. They've got the omelet station. Go check out the Beach Club and make this a priority for your next Disney vacation. The character interactions are phenomenal. They do the beach song where they're dancing around. Each character spent plenty of time with me and my family when we were there. I can't stress enough how much Cape May Cafe is probably by far our favorite character dining experience that we have when we're going to Walt Disney World. Well, with that being said, we have wrapped up our character dining throwdown video here. I hope you all enjoyed this. If it helped in any way, please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below and let me know if I missed the mark here on some of this stuff. I'm sure I'm going to get some comments here. Or if you found that you agree with what I'm saying. I'm just curious to see what you all think. If you've never been to Disney World before and you're looking for some more information, let me know and I can provide some additional context and some of the information I provided here for you. But click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We have videos coming out every week, and this is the last one of our Disney series from our most recent Disney trip, and we are heading into camping season now, so getting ready to get the camper out and hit the road with the Roo. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. With that being said, we're done, son.